In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to learn Korean completely for free, using some of the same resources that helped my students make rapid progress. I'll share the top 5 free tools that focus on the most useful Korean words and grammar patterns that you'll actually use in real conversations. And make sure to stay until the end because I'm going to reveal my favorite hidden resource that most Korean learners don't know about, but it has helped countless beginners break through their learning plateaus. My free favorite tool is the Anki app. It is a free flashcard app that actually uses spaced repetition to help you remember new words more efficiently. And what I really love about the Anki app is that it keeps track of what you're struggling with, and it shows you these words more often until you really know them well. You don't have to start from scratch either. There are actually tons of free pre-made Korean decks that you can download. For example, there is Korean Core 100 or Topic Vocabulary decks. And these are already filled with high-frequency words that you can actually use in daily conversation. It's not obscure textbook vocab, and you can actually create your own custom decks also based on words that you encounter in real life, like if you're watching a K-drama or watching a Korean variety show. The more personalized your deck is, the more connected that you'll feel to the language, and of course that makes it so much easier to retain the language. I recommend setting a small goal like reviewing 10 words a day and just sticking to it. Even a little daily effort builds up really fast. The key to using Anki effectively is actually to study a little bit each day. Even just 10 minutes a day will help those words really stick long-term in your brain. If you see a word in a drama or you hear it in a conversation, then just add it to your deck. The more personal the words feel, the easier they are to remember. One of the most helpful free resources for beginners is actually the 90-Day Korean blog on the website. It's packed with roadmaps, articles, and lesson guides that break down everything from Hangeul to grammar to even cultural tips. And it's actually structured and organized so you don't have to guess what to study next. So whether you want to master Korean numbers or maybe understand sentence structure or just pick up daily expressions, there is a direct link and an explanation that's ready for you. We structured it to keep you moving forward, and it's inspired by our Inner Circle courses. So it walks you through common challenges, it explains grammar in a way that actually makes sense, and it also gives you the most relevant vocabulary for real conversations. It's also not just for total beginners. You can continue using our resources to push into intermediate topics and more natural phrasing. And these roadmaps are perfect if you're learning on your own and you want to create a clear plan without feeling overwhelmed. Our site also links you to other helpful resources and tools, and it gives you examples with audio, and it even includes a lot of cultural insights that make learning the language more approachable and relevant. It's kind of like having a personal coach guide you through what actually matters in your first months of learning Korean. If you want all these resources in one place, then check out our free Learn Korean Resources PDF, which you can download below. It's really perfect if you want a quick reference guide to come back to as you study Korean. Next is using ChatGPT to practice naturally. I think one of the most underrated free tools for learning Korean is ChatGPT. You can use it to create personalized study plans or come up with practice sentences based on the grammar or the vocab you're learning, and you can even generate spelling quizzes, which is what I do. If you're unsure whether something sounds natural, you can just ask ChatGPT for a native sounding version or request sentence corrections. It's really like having a tutor on call 24/7. So, for example, you can just type in a sentence that you wrote in Korean and ask, does this sound natural? Or you could say, give me 5 informal ways to say I'm tired in Korean. The possibilities are really endless, and it helps your Korean learning feel more tailored to your own level. You can also role play conversations with ChatGPT to get more comfortable with just everyday situations. So try things like ordering at a restaurant or talking about your weekend or just practicing small talk. It is a safe and very low pressure way to get used to speaking, especially if you don't have a lot of opportunities to speak with native speakers. Immersion is a huge part of language learning, and the best part is that you can do it for free. And platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are filled with Korean content. You can follow creators who teach Korean or just post in Korean about their daily lives. And this will really help you get used to how the language sounds in real situations. And it has all those little filler words and slang that the textbooks often leave out. Try looking up Korean vloggers or beauty creators, cooking channels, or whatever interests you. So just make sure that you're hearing and seeing Korean regularly. And even just scrolling through a few Korean posts or watching a short video each day will really help improve your listening skills over time. You can also turn your feed into a mini classroom by following language-focused accounts. So look for short Korean phrase videos, beginner explainer reels, or creators who do sentence breakdowns and grammar tips. And repetition through this kind of content helps to reinforce what you're learning in a more fun and bite-sized way. Support your learning with Naver Dictionary and Papago. So when you're ready to start exploring Korean on your own, you are absolutely going to run into words and phrases that you don't know. That is where tools like Naver Dictionary and Papago come in. Naver Dictionary is one of the best Korean English dictionaries out there, and it is totally free. It gives you the meaning, pronunciation, and example sentences, and sometimes it even gives cultural notes about how and when words are used. So it is really helpful when you want to check if you are using a word naturally or not. And then Naver also includes examples from real news and articles, and it shows how the word is used in different contexts. You'll start to get a feel for the nuance and tone of the language, and that is key if you want to sound more natural in Korean. Papago is a translation app that is better for full sentences or when you're trying to understand something quickly. And it is not always perfect, but it's surprisingly good at picking up casual language or slang that other translation tools miss. You can also use Papago to translate a Korean message or a caption and then reverse translate it back in English to see if it matches. If you're enjoying this video and you want more tips on how to learn Korean, then be sure to like this video and subscribe. As I promised, here is the hidden gem that most Korean learners don't know about, and it is 90-Day Korean's Korean culture and language email tips. This is totally free, and when you sign up, you actually get bi-weekly news, updates, study tips, updates on cultural events and stores, and then short lessons on learning Korean straight to your inbox. What makes the resource so special is that it combines grammar, vocabulary, and culture all in one place, and it's actually designed to help you remember and use what you're learning. A lot of learners hit a wall because they focus only on memorization without real-life context, but the email tips help you avoid that by teaching the culture along with the language. If you want to learn Korean for free, use Anki app to memorize vocabulary that sticks. Check out the free roadmaps on 90-Day Korean's Learn Korean page to get structure and direction. You can use ChatGPT to make your studies more personal and active. Immerse yourself with YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And then you can also support your exploration with tools like Naver Dictionary and Papago. Korean might seem really intimidating at first, but with the right tools and a little consistency, you can absolutely do this. Everything you need to get started is available to you for free. And all you have to do is take the first step. Which resource are you most excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below.